Don't put my tag in it just in case them Spence fans are watching.
Fair DMs, innit? I'll still never forget that guy who made raw posts about me taking the YouTube clips and put on his page, and then you followed him.
Yeah. I shouted him out. I don't know if he ever knew that I knew you, fam. But we become like that. I said, yeah, fuck Abs, man. I swear I was abusing him. I got the best abuse from one guy. I still got to show you, fam, some American Donny. I don't know what I said. I was talking about Charlos, I think, and Eubanks. He said, don't ever talk about the Charlo brothers again, dickhead. No one cares about Eubanks, man. Oh shit, bro. Let me stay off this.
Siren Blue, baby.
Alright. There's a lot of big boxing over the weekend. Some big fights in America. Big fight in the UK. You know, there's only one place where we can start on this podcast, innit? So let's start with Errol Spence.
Yeah, sick fight.
Yeah, Errol Spence, he goes 12 rounds with Danny Garcia. The biggest takeaway from that fight for me was the jab of Spence. That's pretty much how he controlled the fight. Like we said before, it's like if he goes towards Garcia, wants to rough him up in the inside and whatnot, that's playing into Garcia's hands. But what he done, he used the jab to keep him at bay and then got on the inside when it suited him most. He was either too close or too far for Garcia to really do what he wanted to do.
I ain't even seen the fight. For me personally, I think he done what he had to do. He done what we knew he was going to do. You know what I mean? He kept using his distance, using his range, took the Garcia strengths away from him and got a points decision. You know what I mean? He's all right. He done what he done. But for me, Crawford still punches him up.
Yeah. He even tweeted after the fight, I don't like boxing. It's a bit too boring, isn't it?
Who said that?
Spence. So you got to do what you got to do, innit? But
that's what I'm saying. Boring. Crawford's a killer, fam. You think he comes out with that mentality?
Because Crawford is known as the better boxer, but he's even when he's boxing, he's thinking, all right, I'm going to land a few here, then I'm going to take you out.
Yeah, come on. He loves being in there, man. He loves it. And then I feel like, obviously, we're talking about the Garcia fight, but I feel like that fight is irrelevant, innit? Realistically, all these fights are just to get to, we all know the fact, unless one of them slip up, the only fight that really matters for the pair of them is each other. So obviously, it's only right that we're going to end up discussing that. And for me, man, Crawford kills him, man. He punches him up.
I think the interesting part of the fight was, obviously, I don't take CompuBox too seriously, like punch stats, but power punches, exact the same. Garcia and Spence, exact same power punches.
So what are you taking from that? Because Garcia only throws power punches.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. So if a guy with a jab, it could be a different fight.
Yeah.
It could be a completely different fight. Literally, power punch is the same. Spence just overworked him with the jab.
Is he? Obviously, you know me. I don't really watch the fights. You know what I mean, I see a little snippet. I make my opinion. Is he one-paced, Spence?
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't really.
Because I've seen highlights. I've seen highlights, and it's like once he gets in the rhythm, it's a very nice rhythm. He does what he has to do, but there's nothing. It's not that snap of like that change of pace. All of a sudden, turn it on, go through the gears, or like. He just seems very one pace. He seems comfortable where he does. And Crawford, look at Crawford, man. He's a killer, man. At the moment, you never know what he's going to do. You see in his eyes. I think the concentration on his eyes. Spence is a very good fighter. That fight only ends one way for me, man. That's a dead conversation. Garcia's dead. Just, you know what I mean? Just filling in the things till them two actually get on. Unless they get it on, man, that's a waste of fucking...
And one thing that I need to post about this, actually, one pissed me off, I was watching First Take, you know, when they hype up the fight, And then they'll ask him about Crawford. And he's like, you know what? I've got Danny Garcia on the weekend. Like, after that fight, we can talk about other fights. Until then, I'm focused on Danny Garcia. We're selling a pay-per-view, so don't really be like, I'm about to knock this guy on the weekend. After that, I'll go fight Crawford or whatnot. So talk to me about it after the fight. Okay? It's after the fight now. They're asking about Crawford, and then man's still giving the same kind of answers. Like, just keep that energy. When you're the boogeyman, these guys are ducking me. We used to say about Furman, stop ducking me, son. Stop ducking me. Now it's your turn, where we always saw Spence as that guy who will fight everyone. He's going to call everyone out. He knows that, look, who's got the last spot? Pacquiao. If you don't get Pacquiao, you say you want to be undisputed.
There's only one fight that matters.
Only one fight
and this is where it starts happening. Who's his promoter? PBC. Al Heyman. And it's, to be fair, you don't really talk. I don't hear him talk too much about Al Heyman, but you always see these men start looking at their promoters. When there's that one fight, like you said, when you're the boogeyman, no one wants you. You got all the noise. You got all the noise. But when it needs to be said, and there's when you could actually make a statement, go to your promoter, go to your manager, say this is the only fight I want. I'll even take this much, even if they're talking about 50-50, 60-40, all the splits. It's petty. I understand it's boxing, but it's the business. Is what they got to do, man. But if you want to fight someone, you're gonna make the fight happen.
Piggybacking on that, Crawford has in his contract by the end of this year, Bob Arum has to send a contract to Spence, otherwise he's a free agent.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy you need from a fighter to tell your promoter,
you
have to send an offer.
Okay, so you're defending. You're saying basically Crawford's there showing.
Literally, in my contract, I want you to get a contract from my team saying we are going to fight, innit?
And you know that's some dead contract because all he has to do is send a half-hearted contract that not even them man ain't going to accept.
But I think if he does that, I don't know. It's just a bit, you know what I mean, innit? But regardless, Crawford's contract ends next year, whether he sends that thing or not. It's not looking likely that they're going to keep working together.
Yeah. That's the best thing we've seen in this whole situation. I think that it's looking likely them to have fallen out. They obviously ain't got the best relationship outside of business anyway. And at the moment, it looks like the business relationship ain't working. So hopefully Crawford just nips that in the bud. Let Eddie Earn or whoever is going to come in and put the money down and make the fights happen.
I think even if he goes over to PBC, I reckon once Al Heyman has Crawford or whatever situation they do, then he'll be willing to say, yeah, let's have this fight next. But I still think even if Crawford crosses the side to the street, Spence won't call him out.
But I'm said Crawford punches him up, man.
Yeah.
Different ball game, bro. Like you said, man, I went home and tweeted, I don't really like boxing that much. It's different, man. That's a different mentality, man. I like Spence. He's good at what he does. For me, he's above the rest in that welterweight division. But Crawford's elite standout in any generation. You know what I mean? Any.
Are you ready for all the abuse on social media?
From who?
From everyone. So he's saying gonna punch up Spence. Spence got fans, you know.
I know, fuck Spence fans, man. Fuck him, bruv. You know what I mean? Not like that. He's a good fighter. I'm giving him credit. Credit where he's due. He's like I said, he's above everyone else. He's above everyone else in that division. But in terms of pound for pound, me watching them individually as fighters, Crawford has got so much more.
There's no comparison.
Crawford has got so much more in the locker. And like I said, the eyes. Watch the eyes of a fighter. The focus. You know what I'm saying? For 3 minutes of every round, he's so switched on. He's coiled up. He can do anything at any moment. He might just touch a jab, but you know something's going to explode after that. And it's like, they're them the sort of people you got to be on your A game for 3 minutes of every round against. And even that ain't going to be enough. You got to have something special about you.
For everyone on social media, everyone watching on YouTube, Spotify, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a review. It keeps our podcast growing and we can keep making good content for you.
Don't put my tag in it just in case them Spence fans are watching.
Fair DMs, innit? I'll still never forget that guy who made raw posts about me taking the YouTube clips and put on his page and then you followed him.
Yeah. I shouted him out. I don't know if he ever knew that I knew you, fam. But we become like that. I said, yeah, fuck Abs, man. I swear I was abusing him. I got the best abuse from one guy. I still got to show you, fam, some American Donny. I don't know what I said. I was talking about Charlos, I think, and Eubanks. He said, don't ever talk about the Charlo brothers again, dickhead. No one cares about Eubanks, man. Oh, shit, bro. Let me stay off this.
Yeah, internet's a wild place, isn't it?
Right, come on. See, where else we going?
I'm saying, eat the dinner now, yeah? Ready. All right. In the UK, Lyndon Arthur wins a 12-round split decision against Anthony Yarde. I remember split decision. One judge gave Arthur 3 rounds in that whole fight.
What, 1-1-7-1? Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But I want to say, in the group chat, I remember literally first 3 rounds or whatever, Ramis, he sends into the chat that someone put on Twitter that Arthur's hurt his right hand. And in the first 3 rounds, all he was doing is jabbing, jab and move, jab and move, more jabs, a few more jabs. And that's all he had to do for the whole fight. He literally, one hand, and he just literally controlled man with the jab. Yarde looked like he had no answers whatsoever. From the outside looking in, it just looked like, bro, like, you've got to change something, innit? It's like, you just kept getting peppered with the jab and nothing was changing. And then you go in the corner, obviously you heard the usual lines in the camp. At one stage, I heard Tunde saying that he was running.
Who, Lyndon Arthur?
Yeah, he's just running, he's scared. I'm thinking, he's racking up points. He's
doing what they know, you know you're there to do, which is, no one said Lyndon's going to come knock him out. They said they're going to come here, rack up the points and win the fight.
Even before, when I was talking about it, he just said, it's like, you thought Arthur was basic. He's a 1-2 fighter. There's not much there, innit? I said, pretty much, even if you think that 1-2 fighting
is effective.
Not only is it effective, but that's what Yarde can't deal with.
Yeah. So that's the one thing we've seen. There's a big question mark over Yarde's ability.
Exactly.
Can he do with someone on the move? But can box and move?
You would think they've had like about a year. I think the fight was done. COVID hit. And then they had extra time to work on stuff.
What fight was done?
That fight, they should have fought months ago.
Swear.
Yeah, but then obviously
Never
COVID
knew that. I know
there was on the Dubois. Remember the original Dubois and Joyce?
Yeah.
It was on the original undercard.
Okay.
So
I never knew that.
Yeah, so you've had that much time to
prepare for that.
To prepare for a 1-2 fighter. And you didn't get past the 1. And the other fighter, he's a 1-2 fighter and his 2 is gone. So he literally had the 1. He didn't have the 2 there.
So you didn't even find out what would have happened if you got past it.
Yeah. So it took 10 rounds for them to realize this guy hasn't thrown a single right hand.
Yeah.
And they thought, okay, he ain't got a right hand, let's go.
And it was funny because it felt like something was said in the corner in the 9th.
No, the commentator said it.
Yeah.
And then they said something in the corner in the 9th. And then somehow in the 10th round,
so it sounds like someone watching. Yeah. There was some AirPods.
I'm not saying that. We know who was the A side who they wanted to win, innit?
Yeah, of course. Oh, what you saying? Promotion involved. He got the heads up. It's the Tunde 100%. That Tunde Yarde corner 100% got the heads up. Hey, his right hand. They didn't notice it for 9-10 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are they gonna notice? You know what I'm saying? He didn't. There was no change from that then to then. Someone giving the heads up to the right hand.
That's what you're saying. What I'm saying is, what I liked was as soon as Yarde came out for that round, it was a bit more aggressive. And Arthur landed the right hand straight off the bat.
Yeah.
You can see it probably hurt him.
It did.
But as soon as he landed it, Yarde thought, the fuck is he talking about? His right hand's still there, innit?
And the thing is, he reacted to the situation. Yarde's obviously come out with the intention, right? He's got one hand,
left,
right? Do something different. Come in that side, try and create an angle. Obviously, Lyndon has seen something different, has had to do something different. Instinct. He's a fighter. His right hand's hurting. He's popped the right hand. Like you said, Yarde's in shock now.
Yeah.
He's been hit with another shot that he ain't been hit with the whole night. It's like,
yeah, but I just want to say one thing, yeah. It's the last time I'm ever going to say this guy's name ever in my life, isn't it? Tunde, when he blocked you, yeah? Literally, the clip that he blocked, yeah, was us saying, yeah, he's got the nice Philly show, but coming forward, and if you're coming against a jab, it's very hard to deal with, isn't it? Now, he's taking it as, oh, how can these guys talk rubbish about me, whatever. If he would have actually listened and thought, all right, I know this guy. We might not be best of friends, but I know him.
Either way,
and he's saying something about me.
Yeah.
He didn't even think for 1 second, let me listen to what my man's saying. It's like me, yeah? I'll tell you a story, yeah? There's this girl, yeah? She weren't the smartest.
Let me brace myself.
Nah, something like that. She weren't the smartest, innit, yeah? I mean, when I was young, I used to think the most of myself and whatnot, yeah? So I was thinking just play around with her and whatnot, yeah? But she taught me so much about life, innit? Yeah. In general. She might not be the smartest, not book smart, not street smart. Yeah. She taught me a lot about life, innit? Yeah. And since then, it don't matter who you are, yeah? If I'm talking to you, I'll listen to what you're telling me. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be bullshit and I'll discard it.
It don't matter, but you got to take it in.
It don't matter who it is, you got to take it in and think, is this useful or not? If you would have just thought for 1 second, let me listen to what my man's saying. Cool, you think, oh, the jab's a problem. Let me go watch Yarde. All right, maybe Kovalev, he got knocked out by a jab. Maybe it is a problem. Dex Bowman, when he was using double jab to get in, like we said in the post, let's work on it. If you would have worked on it for even a little bit, it would just be in such a different fight on Saturday.
Can I ask, was it really a girl that you knew of? You just made up a story for us to convince us you got girls, you know what I'm saying? we know you, Abs. We know you look well enough, bro.
That's the first time I was heartbroken, bro.
Okay. Let me not say no more. But yeah, man. Even the whole thing, man, it's mad that, you know what, I can sit and say bare shit. I can say bare shit. We all got our opinions, you know what I mean? First of all, I'm gonna say shout out Tunde
for shouting lines in the camp.
Shout out Tunde for what he's done to get Yarde to where he is today. Shout out Tunde, fuck it. You know what I mean? The man gets abused from everywhere. People love to abuse him. And personally, I think he loves getting abused. That's why people feed off it. I'm going to give him his credit for what he's done. Other than that, there's nothing else to say. Hold on. Are now, something's obviously not... something's not working. Something's not right. You know what I mean? Because the way you got beaten, it's like you said, the Dex Spellman fight. Kovalev is a bit of a hard one to compare to because of the level, but the Spellman fight and this fight, both of them is a simple jab. It's simple changes that need to be made. Very simple changes, but they have to be made and have to be worked on. And if they can't even be addressed, if you're not even addressing them, and obviously Tunde is the way he is, he doesn't have to address this shit. It's not his job to address it to the fans. Do you know what I mean? As long as he's camp believing in what he's doing and everyone around him believes in what he's doing, then it's cool. And especially when it's working, then the fans have got no right to question you. But when it's not working, you're not getting the results that you're meant to be getting, then it's not... Forget the haters. He's quick to come out and talk about haters. They love to thrive off the energy of haters. What about the supporters? You know what I'm saying? My man is a trainer, but you got to come out and address, especially when there's rumors going around about you're not sparring, you're not doing this. People, wild rumors like that. People are investing in Anthony Yarde, backing him, supporting him the whole time. You got to come out and address why you're falling short. And if there's rumors are that you're not sparring, you're not doing this, that we all know is basically the bread and butter of a training camp for a fucking fight. If you're not doing that, then we want to know as supporters why not. What's in your brain that makes you think that Anthony Yarde doesn't have to do that? You know what I'm saying? Because as far as Yarde's concerned, it's a bit of a harsh one because he's done everything what he thinks he can do. He's got himself a good trainer as far as he's concerned, a good manager, a good friend. He turns up to camp every day, puts all the work in, and he's falling short. Now you got to start finding out. You know what I'm saying? You got to start looking at why you're falling short. There's obviously something. The sank's not right in there. And obviously a lot of people are calling for Tunde's head saying sack him, this and that, this and that. You got to be adaptable in this game. Now Tunde likes to do everything himself. He likes to do everything his own way. And you got to credit that he's a strong personality. He's got a strong mentality. But at the end of the day, now you got to adapt for the benefit of your fighter. If you want what's best for the fighter, you got to make changes to bring something different to that camp. Because he clearly lacked the footwork. You're saying he was slipping shots. For what? Anyone can slip a shot and pull away from a shot. You're in there talking about you was there to knock him out. You got to slip inside that shot and then follow it up. You got to put shots together and sustain attack. You can't put one attack and then watch him walk around the ring and follow him around the ring everywhere he goes. There's changes that need to be made that I can't help from a training point of view feel that they can definitely be made because Yarde is an athlete. You know what I mean? He's a specimen of a fighter. He's got, you know something. You know what I'm saying? He's got moves about him. He's got some slick stuff that he does.
Quick learner as well because he only started the sport recently.
Okay, even more so. So he can do it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But they need to address that, man. I see an interview today already from Tunde. And it's like they love to address the haters. And it's all good. That me, I love the lions in the camp energy. I love that. Bring that. But have that energy when you lose, innit? Have that come out and address everybody. Don't just address haters and all them because you're going to get that left, right and centre. Be grateful that you got haters. You're doing something right. But fucking address the supporters for these rumours that we're hearing and the lack of preparation that we feel Yarde's getting. And now that we're even believing more so because we're seeing it on the day, innit? It's a poor performance. Poor performance, man. And Yarde is 10 times better than that performance. He can be 10 times better than that performance. But, you know what I mean? They got to do something to get him there, innit?
I want to jump on 2 points you made, yeah? Firstly, the Kovalev one. For me, going into the Kovalev fight, it was never about him winning. Obviously, they must have thought they were going to win.
Of course.
But for me, it was, okay, you're going to go in there with Kovalev, although he's called the crusher and whatnot. He himself is a 1-2 puncher. He was probably going to give you a boxing lesson in my eyes, isn't it? Yeah. So you've gone into that fight, you've got knocked out with a jab, he's been jabbing you all day, and you didn't adjust to it.
Yeah.
So all you have to go from that fight is learn. That's the one thing that I had to do from that fight. You took out
from that fight. You should have taken from that fight.
Whatever it was.
On top of the money. You've taken massive money. You've put yourself up there in a spotlight of boxing.
Yeah. That's the second part I was going to address. I'll get to that in a second, yeah? So you've gone to a Kovalev fight. You've got peppered with the jab. The whole point of that fight, you're going to go through fire, is you have to learn from it. And since that Kovalev fight, into the Dex Bowman fight, into the Lyndon Arthur, personally, I've not seen one improvement in Yarde's game. There's nothing I've seen where I've said...
That he couldn't do before.
Yeah, exactly, that he couldn't do before the fight. So it's like, you've gone to Russia, you've done all that, but the boxing aspect has been completely taken out of it. Like, you haven't... There's nothing in his game where I've said, oh, he's done this, he's added that.
He's made it. He looks better at doing that now.
Yeah, exactly, isn't it?
Or even saying, I was abusing last week of fighters that talk about going into the ring with certain fighters talking about, I wanted to work on this, I wasn't abusing it, but I was saying at a certain level, I think you have a stage where you have them progressive fights. And then once you get past that, you go in there to do your job, what you're good at. You fell short at the world level. Like you said, take your lessons from that. You went backstage behind, you done had that fight that no one really knew about. Then the Dex Bowman fight that we realistically should have been them sort of fights. Like you said, you should have been going in there, clearly working on, for instance, a double jab, pushing the back foot in, maybe slipping, rolling, Tyson style, I don't know. So whatever you and inside the camp believe you're going to, basically what you've improved from the Kovalev fight, we should be seeing it, evidence of it in them fights. You don't see nothing, innit?
And the second point was how Tunde's got him this far. In terms of boxing aspect, he has done very well to get Yarde this far, especially like I said, Yarde ain't been boxing too long. He looks like a beast. Even in the ring, the way he slips, the way he moves, the way he throws punches, everything is very good. But when it comes to Tunde getting him to this level, I think it's more so from a managerial aspect where he's got him the Adidas Global Ambassador. He's got him the Kovalev fight. Yeah, getting the Kovalev fight, that was more so Frank Warren with the WBO. And they just said, this guy is a big name, he's a big fighter. If you ask yourself, which top 10 heavyweight did Yarde fight to earn a mandatory position?
Light heavyweight.
There's none. Not even a journeyman, not even an ex
So what are you saying? You saying that was just as much Warren as Tunde?
I'm saying both hand in hand because Warren can't push someone up the rankings if they ain't got that first.
Either way, you're saying he's obviously Tunde's good at the management side. He's doing his set thing on the management side. Yeah. He's done his thing from that side. But in terms of training, there's obviously things that ain't in play. Things ain't looking great from a training point of view. Based on the performances, again, Tunde, if anyone wants to put this to Tunde, he won't hear it from me. He's blocked me left, right, and centre. But based on what we're seeing, if you're putting the work in behind the scenes, then albeit no one can say nothing. But when there's wild rumours and accusations kind of bad, but you don't spar, you think that as long as you can't hit him in sparring, that you don't need to do this, you don't need to. I think that needs to be addressed. I know it doesn't have to be. Fuck it. It needs to be addressed with Yarde. Anthony and Tunde need to have that mutual agreement. No one else really needs to know. But like I said before, there's supporters out there that are gonna lose faith and support and backing your boy when you're hearing these things, and the man that you're hearing it about ain't even there to really. You know what I mean? Justify him.
Remember let's talk about strength and conditioning coaches having people do wild things, yeah? Like I always say, yeah? It's like, let's look at Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, all them, man, yeah? Skipping, road work, sparring, core. Every all-time great fighter has done those four, innit? They'll probably do some extra stuff, but that's pretty much your basics of boxing, innit? And if you don't do, if Muhammad Ali done it, why is it beneath you?
What, the sparring?
Yeah, any of those aspects. If one of those champions do it, you should say, you know what, I want to be like him.
The sparring is the one that gets me because again,
don't make sense.
I feel, listen, everything's opinionated. I'm speaking.
That's no opinion, bro. You're a boxer, you spar. That's it.
Yeah, no. But I'm talking about the rumors of him not sparring.
But do you know what it is though?
What I was gonna get at is obviously I won't even talk. I don't like rumors and like that. If it was just a small rumor, then cool. But boxing's a very small community. Everyone in boxing knows when
who sparred who.
Yeah, if that person people would say, "Raw, Yarde went and put it on him in sparring." You know, you always hear it when fighters start breaking through. You'll hear stories about their sparring sessions. You ain't heard this. And for me, Yarde, where he's at now, how many fights he's had, the level of his career, and when he started, he's had top level of fighters around him. And going back, all right, so cool. Tunde focused on you're talking about we've made him the money, but then you've done that on the fight. You've put him in the top stage, but then behind the scenes, surely you're gonna get as much sparring as you can. If you've took the fights for the big money, then surely you're using the sparring sessions as the practice that you need to progress. It don't look like it. It don't look like it. So if they want to progress, I think if Yarde, they need to just weigh up what we've earned the money from the Kovalev fight. Now we're gonna go back to the drawing board from a boxing point of view.
Yeah, and like you're saying, it's rumors, yeah? But it's like, there's only one person I know who's sparred, yeah? I can't remember if it's the right one. Is it Oval McKenzie? He was a light heavyweight before, innit?
He was a peacock fighter as well. So
yeah, hard hitter as well, innit?
Yeah, cruiserweight, I believe. Or
that's the only person that I've ever heard
Oval
of
McKenzie,
sparring.
and he was an old man.
Yeah.
Oval McKenzie.
But obviously, no, it was back in the day, innit? So he would have been, he didn't retire too long ago, did he?
I swear Oval McKenzie's one of them guys that's been in 40s for the last 20 years.
I think there's a boxer, he was like a footballer, became a boxer.
Curtis Woodhouse or something like that.
I can't remember, but it was someone that he sparred where it's been confirmed. Okay.
Oval McKenzie was a good, strong fighter.
Was he a hard puncher?
Yeah, it must have been Oval McKenzie. He's down Peacock. I know he's down Peacock for a while. I can't remember where he's from. He had an accent. He won the prize fighter or one of them things. I think he done. Yeah, but seasoned fighter, but
but the point being, the only reason they mentioned it is like they talk about has his chin been tested?
Yeah, okay.
Even Tunde, I think it was Spencer and just like he's sparred this guy. That guy's a heavy puncher, so the chin's
been tested.
Yeah, exactly. Right, but that's the only sparring person anyone's ever heard.
There would have been nothing. No offense to Oval McKenzie, from what I remember of him. You wouldn't have had to really work nothing out, set no traps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry if it's not you, by the way, but just in case, innit? But
it was. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, it would have been a physical spar. You know what I mean? You need them top level technical spars, innit?
Yeah, by the end of the day. That's what he's lacking.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's lacking, because you want that. He's hard. He's punching power. He's grit. His determination. You want that. All that. It's obviously the boxing ability, the little things. There was no trap set for Lyndon. Lyndon done one thing, and there was no adaptability in there to it.
The main thing is experience, because even for me, someone who ain't had a fight yet, yeah. When I spar Jordan and Ryan and Ramirez, yeah, it's like the progression that I get compared to sparring like dead amateurs at a boxing club. It's completely different, isn't it? Because some people see me spar and think, oh, he's out of shape, but maybe he's had a couple fights here and there.
Because he knows what he's doing. He feels comfortable in there.
So it's just even sparring.
And that's why you know me with all my fighters. First things first, you throw them in the deep end, man. People talk about build up their confidence, do this. Nah, fuck that. Throw them in. They're gonna learn from me, and you learn more about them. You learn a lot about them from them hard spars. You know what I mean? You can't always stay in your comfort zone. Don't get me wrong. Them spars are just as effective. But them ones where you come out of your comfort zone, that's what you should be doing. The
only conversation about sparring that's had with good boxing minds, is how often do you have hard spars? It's not whether you're sparring or not. It's whether you're going in there to kill each other or you're going in there to work on technical stuff, innit?
Because you get a man like me that will have my fighters getting punched up 2 days before the fuck. No, I'm chatting shit. But yeah, the hard spars, obviously, certain trainers are a lot more. They would only have a couple in the camp. Certain trainers just happy,
just go
spar hard all the way up till the fight.
If you get fucked up, you're not ready, innit? Literally.
But like you said, the question is never, do you spar or not?
Yeah, it's always how many hard spars are we having this camp?
So what are we saying now? Where do we go from here?
The rematch. They got a rematch clause. That's again manager for the challenger of a title to have a rematch clause. That's amazing, isn't it? So again, they're done well. But my only question is,
what do you think of Lyndon Arthur?
I always told you that's my guy. I remember it would have been like 2 years ago where he hadn't had many fights. I talk about the light heavyweights, Watsy, Yarde, Callum Johnson. And I always told people, there's a guy out there called Lyndon Arthur, Frank Warren fighter.
I remember.
Watch out for him, innit? And then obviously he's come up good. Solid amateur, 1-2 fighter.
What did he win in the amateurs?
I can't, bro. I don't even watch.
But I'll be honest, if I was his trainer, he would piss me off, cause
why?
He just seems too calm.
Yeah, even in the interviews after, bro, he's a laid back guy, bro. He's a calm guy.
And listen, I love the lions in the camp, and obviously that fight showed you ain't gotta have that energy to turn up and win the fight. But even in the ring, I feel like he's just calm with it. Don't get me wrong, not knocking it.
It works for him.
It works. He's slick. He just pulled away. People saying about the right hand being sore. I personally think the way I ain't seen a lot of him. I can't. I'm based on what I've seen. He just seems so calm that even if the right hand was fresh, he wouldn't even use it too tough.
Because it's winning, he's thinking, you know what, that's how laid back he looks, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it 2-3 times just to keep him there. Other than that, I'm just gonna jab him, jab and move. And personally, I hope he proves me wrong. I don't think he's even a world beater.
But this is the
thing.
Then
the question said that leaves the question: where was it? Who was Lyndon that good? Was Yarde that bad?
My thing is, even before, remember when we was talking about the fight earlier, I was like, this is a fight Yarde should have had before the Kovalev fight. Yeah. If you tell me, I'm an Arthur fan, if you tell me Arthur's going to go fight Beterbiev, I'll be like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you're not there yet, innit? He's still got to go through the progression. He's still got to fight, say, Buatsi for the British title.
Yeah, a punch and that. But a punch that's going to mix it up. You're going to have to keep him off, be a bit more smarter with.
And then he's got to have a couple domestic fights and then go to European level. Have a couple of them area fights and then fight a couple gatekeepers, contenders, and then after that go to a world title. Yeah. Can he do them things? I think he can, innit? I think he can push over there, but in say 2 years. If you're asking me, can he win a world title next month? Yeah, and he's not going to do it. But
I'll leave it a light heavy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, innit? That weight class, especially them killers that they've got, he's still got his progression to make. These guys are not ready to. Just because Tunde and Yarde say they're the world level fighters, this doesn't mean they actually are, innit? You still have to go through. Still got to do apprenticeship. This
leads me back to the point that I feel like we touch down on every fucking podcast every week. These fighters, knowing what's best for them and what's best for the promoter and what's best for the manager and what's best to make money. There's always all these things you got to weigh up. Now you're gonna have the route that makes the most money. Ain't gonna be the best to make the best boxer. Now Yarde's career may never be. They took the Kovalev fight. Fair play to him. They may never reach the heights they could have reached without taking that fight. So young fighters don't always be gassed to be thinking, I'm the promoter's favorite. The promoter's pumping me out there. He's doing this, he's doing that. You're earning money and it's good and I'm jealous. You know what I mean? Bore me a tenner if you get a chance. But when shit hits the fan, you know what I mean? When you're not when your career comes to a standstill or you fall short at a level that you felt you would never fall short at, or you can't understand why you didn't fall short at, don't think that it weren't because of them fights there, because you rushed your career. You didn't go through the learning stages. Like you said, you got to go through the levels. And these fighters and the promoters, everyone should be grateful. They should count themselves lucky they got such top level competition domestically. Do you know what I'm saying? Buatsi and Yarde, brother, you mad? If I was one of you or I was in your division and we was fair enough, you got a hyper fight, but long before that, bruv, I'll be running you down for sparring every day. I'll be trying to tell my guy, get onto his guy, let's go spar. Who?
They don't spar.
Who, them two? Yeah, because they're gonna fight.
No,
don't spar. Yeah, but even the other, all of them take on them fights. Okoli, we was talking about it earlier. He's fighting for the world title now.
Yeah, he's sparring Fury, he spars AJ, he spars everyone.
Top sparring.
Yeah.
At any given opportunity, they know I ain't getting fights. All right, they're rushing him a bit. There's not many cruiserweights out there, so I feel that that's a weight division can be fast. I still personally think it is a little bit fast track because once you get that world title, no one ain't gonna entertain the bum fights. But you're doing everything you can behind the scenes in the sparring, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's probably why they have the confidence. They're thinking you go there with Asia, you go over there Fury, and you give yourself a good account of yourself. Then you're gonna fight a cruiserweight who, obviously, Okoli's a big cruiserweight.
You're gonna feel physically comfortable.
Yeah,
with.
Exactly, and you've got the skills. Even if his style's not the most appealing, he's still got the skills to carry him through the day, innit? So you're confident. We'll throw him in this fight. He might not be completely ready and polished, but he will get the victory for us, innit? And he will learn. So it's like that, innit? So it's like that sparring gives you that confidence to know, yeah, I've got this. But it's like going back to Yarde and where do you go next? The first thing they have to do, don't watch the fight and say, oh, I won 7-5. I thought I won the fight. You haven't been given a decision. What you have to take it now is, okay, I've lost every round. What do I have to do to win those rounds? What are these people seeing that's putting... Even if you don't see it, you have to ask yourself, what are they seeing?
Enough people see it,
It's like, they're saying, oh, his jab, my jab was landing better. Okay, people disagree. So what you got to do now is minimize how many jabs your opponent lands, and then no one can ever say that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's a learning mentality that obviously... It's mad because Yarde is a very humble guy. I feel like he's been more outspoken in these last couple interviews than I've ever heard him speak. So I feel like it's hard. You don't really know what he's about as a person. I don't know what his mentality is. But he's been around with Tunde for a long time. And it does seem that Tunde hasn't got that mentality. And obviously it's only be right. It's going to rub off on Yarde. And Yarde's obviously bought into the hype that Tunde is the man. And whatever Tunde tells him, if he follows Tunde, he's going to come off well.
It's mad because I always tell people, believe it or not, I'm an Anthony Yarde fan, innit? Because he's never actually said or done anything where I'm like, oh, I don't like that, innit? I remember I was watching one video on IFL or whatever. It was I think something global, like Knives Down Global or something like that. One of those community
Gloves
things.
Up, Knives Down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, he was there talk about his experiences, about how his friends on road doing this and that. You know, it's like those people always told them, don't do this, don't do that. They've gone and done it, and they've gone down the wrong path, obviously, innit? It's because I can relate to that so much. I've seen my friends and I'm like, bro, don't do this. Next thing I know is an OT and 6 bags dead, innit? So it's like, it's hard to hate someone like that coming from where I'm from, innit?
Same, yeah, of course.
And that's what makes it hurt even more, to have someone like that being misled. That's what hurts the most. Like, you've seen the flaws and now it's like, bro, go work on these. And you more than have the talent to fix it.
This is the situation they put themselves in as well. Because like you said about being a Yarde fan, you take away the Kovalev fight. Yeah, you take away that fight, and Yarde is an exciting prospect. We're not sitting here talking about this, and that. But obviously, when you throw your man up there, you cash in big. You
that's everything. Yeah,
you put him in that position. Yeah, then you put yourself in that situation where you're gonna be open to it. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be open to a lot of stick, and you gotta be open to the criticism and take constructive criticism. And I mean, if people around you are trying to give you advice. I see interviews, Tunde talking about he don't do no IFL interviews, don't do this interviews, don't do that. Fair enough. He's got his reasons for doing so. But within the boxing community, I think you gotta be open and discuss with it. There's people out there trying to give you constructive criticism. You know what I mean? You gotta take on board what this is and where you're going wrong, like you said, and what you can do to be better at it, innit?
Oh, you see the rematch going?
Well, I would like to think Tunde's gonna make a change, some small change in the camp. If not, I think it's just gonna be. Saying that though, Lyndon, I was about to say if Lyndon's right hand's better.
Yeah, that's the biggest question.
The fact that he didn't want to admit it was hurt.
That tells you what kind of guy he is, man.
That tells me, and Andy said it's been fucked for weeks. That tells me he's got a chronic problem with his right hand. He ain't never gonna be 100%. Cause why you play down immediately? I would have said, bro, I just punched him at one hand. My right hand's hurting. I didn't even use it.
He said that, but like you said, he's a
he
calm,
said it in the
relaxed guy.
Yeah, I know, but I think he would try to play it down because he knows within himself. Because he said it because he come out in the change room. It didn't happen in the fight. It happened in the change room.
Yeah, it was already hurt. This was a fuck for weeks, isn't it?
Yeah. I reckon he's got a problem. So personally, he might never be able to throw that. But even without throwing that, He could even become more dangerous if he accepts he ain't got a right hand and starts whipping that left hand, left hook, left upper, slip, downstairs. You know what I mean? But then it's down to Yarde to make the adaptations, isn't it? I hope they make small changes. Tunde, either bring a trainer in. Tunde and Yarde are good setup, good friends. They need to be open and honest with each other. Tunde needs to be honest. Listen, they're gonna, as far as I'm concerned, they're probably gonna sit there and say, "Nah, don't worry about it. We got this, man. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." Hopefully, they fucking do for their sake. My personal opinion, Tunde needs to either swallow his pride, bring someone on board to help out. Someone's gonna add a little something to it. It could be one of the old veterans of the game, someone basic, an amateur coach to add in the footwork and things like that. Or ask Yarde and be real, brother. Do you feel you can do better with another trainer? If so, I'm happy to manage you and allow you to go work with another trainer and fucking broaden your horizons, innit?
Yeah, that one there's not gonna happen though.
Why not?
Just
why not?
Do you want me to give you a quote?
Go on.
You're not Albert Einstein. Yeah, but I'm on that level.
Oh, okay.
From time man's comparing himself to Albert Einstein, yeah, it's over, innit? He thinks it's the guy. Just all it is just understand. It's like in boxing, even Teddy Atlas says, I'm always learning. I'm a student of the game. Teddy Atlas, multiple world champions, he's done this and that. He says, I'm always learning. You just gotta he just needs to get to the point where he's saying, you know what, I'm a student of the game. Yeah. He calls himself master genius or whatever he calls himself. But you gotta understand, you're always learning. Just learn. And teach your fighter, teach him how to get better. You have to just accept the fact that you've got things to learn. He even says, I'm an inexperienced coach. No one does what I'm doing.
So then that's even more reason to humble yourself and take on the fucking advice, innit?
Just look at it and say, I need to learn. What do I need to teach my fighter? If he can do that, they can come back stronger. If he doesn't, if you don't think he will, then not much can be done.
I look forward to seeing it. Like you said, he's a brother from the ends, not far from us either. So he's local, brother. Tunde's local, he's been around for a while. Even though he says he's inexperienced, he's been around for a while, man. I would like to see them man do well, but we're being real, innit? Based on what we've seen.
What you're showing us, innit?
Something needs to change. There needs to be adaptations there.
Yeah, you are who you show me, innit? Not what I think you can be.
Yeah, for real. Well said, Bob. Can I write that down?
Yeah, you can.
Jeez.
Apply it to every girl you've ever met as well, fam. Trust me.
Say it again.
Apply it to every girl you ever meet, fam. Trust me, fam.
I'm putting that on a t-shirt, man.
I think I stole it, though. Don't worry about that, fam. Fuck it.
Right, well,
yeah, prediction.
Of the rematch.
Even the first fight I told you. Yeah, I told you. I thought it would be a closer fight and that Arthur would get robbed, but it weren't as close and he won it. So second fight I got him as wide decision.
Yeah, wide decision.
Yeah,
but it's sad, man. Obviously, you know me. I got my trainer's mentality, fam.
Because you're thinking, I could just go in the camp, work on these two things, and then that's it.
And obviously, you can't help. I can't listen. I got a training mentality. I can't help but feel that I could do that. Everyone else out there will feel they can do the same. But like I said, I'm pretty sure where the problems that need working on are very obvious. It's not even. Listen, you gotta just basically work in defeat, get the feet inside, close the gap, and get up close and personal with him.
Then cut off the ring once, and it followed man around the ring.
Followed him, drifted to his left the whole way. My man drifted
this way when I followed him.
Let him go. Walked around the way he went. Not one step across him. Cut the ring down. Small changes. Hopefully he makes it. But based on that, it's a lot of changes. I don't think it's necessarily a smart decision taking that fight straight after. I think I would take 2 bumps. Let my man go take it. Let him run off with the Commonwealth. He had the Commonwealth. Yeah, fuck it. Because now if you actually lose to him again, you're in a real
tough situation.
Real shit situation. You can go and take 2 bumps that you can blast out, but just you can have someone that's gonna run and you can work on closing them down. That no one cares about the fight. It could do your career better than it would do rushing into the fight just to, you know what I mean, restore your credibility and your pride. So I don't think it's a smart decision. I don't think it's a great fight. I think Lyndon could just do the exact same thing. It's hard to see a different outcome.